I have a colleague who said that I wrote a poem for him. He said I could read it. He's Native American, a wonderful poet. And he's had a very horrendous childhood. He is the one in his family who made it. You know what that means? I think it means that you're not on welfare. I'm not sure. And I, too, was the one in my family who seemed to make it. And because I write children's books, I wanted to write a poem for Edgar, but I wanted to give it a kind of children's book feel. This is called A Story for Edgar. Whose father is that? Guarding the bedroom door, watching out for prowling strangers, for beasts and ogres like in the children's tale. Not yours, not mine. Ours loomed there in the half shadow of a daughter's room, moaning a lullaby in a wolf's voice. Later, our mothers went mad and our brothers killed themselves, and we began this storytelling life, wondering whose father was that? Wondering how did we survive to live not happily perhaps, but ever after. I live in St. Mary's County on the St. Mary's River. Everybody would tell me, when you see the whitecaps, And so I did see the whitecaps, but in my mind, everything connects to something else, it seems. And when I saw the whitecaps coming in, they looked like people walking on the bottom of the water, their hair nappy and white and on top of the water, and they were coming ashore. And I started thinking about the elders trying to get home. And now, if I may say, my neighbors all, when the whitecaps come, always say, "Here come the elders, here come the elders." Wind on the St. Mary's River, January 2002. It is the elders trying to return, sensing the coast is near and they will soon be home again. They have walked under 2 oceans and too many seas, the nap of their silver hair whipping as the wind sings out to them, "This way, this way." And they come rising steadily, not swimming exactly, toward shore, toward redemption. But the wind dies down, and they sigh and still and descend, while we watch from our porches, not remembering their names, not calling out Jeremiah, Fanny Lou, Geronimo, but only whitecaps on the water. Look, whitecaps. I wrote a poem about something that happened in Jasper, Texas. You'd be surprised how many people don't remember something that happened in Jasper, Texas in 1998. And often in poetry, I try to give voice to the other. And so I wanted to write this in the voice of James Byrd. Does that name mean anything to anyone here? I'm glad. We should never forget. There's a line in here where a lot of people think that, oh, this means that she hates white people. And I think James Byrd was probably sane, so I think any sane person would use this line. And anyway, I have 2 sons-in-law, both are white, and I let them in the house all the time. My goddaughter's white. I hope my daughter that's left finds a wonderful dark man. I mean, that would just balance, you know. Anyway, Jasper, Texas, 1998, for James Byrd. I am a man's head hunched in the road. I was chosen to speak by the members of my body. The arm, as it pulled away, pointed toward me. The hand opened once and was gone. Why and why and why should I call a white man brother? Who is the human in this place? The thing that is dragged or the dragger? What would my daughter say? The sun is a blister overhead. If I were alive, I could not bear it. The townsfolk sing, "We shall overcome," while hope bleeds slowly from my mouth into the dirt that covers us all. I am done with this dust. I am done. I've had cancer 3 times. And once I had 2 different cancers at the same time, which I thought, this is just like me, just carry it to an extreme. It was not a metastasis. I had a recurrence of breast cancer and then a renal cancer at the same time. The renal cancer was a 20-pound growth. So I could walk around saying, "See, I wasn't fat." And I've also had kidney failure, and I was on dialysis, and I have a transplanted kidney, and why I'm walking upright is amazing. Cancer. The first time the dreaded word bangs against your eyes, so that you think you may have heard it, but what you know is that the room is twisting crimson on its hinge, and all the other people there are dolls, watching from their dollhouse chairs. The second time, there is a swoosh, as if your heart has fallen down a well and shivers in the water there, trying to not drown. The third time, and you are so tired, and you nod your head and smile and walk away from the angel uniforms, the blood machines, and you enter the nearest movie house and stand in the last aisle staring at the screen with your living eyes.